Slumber Party Massacre 2 continues the adventures of a serial-killing rock and roller who kills people in their dreams with a power drill on the end of his guitar. What? Did that not happen in Slumber Party Massacre 1? Well, tough shit, cause it sure as fuck happens in Slumber Party Massacre 2! Believe it or not, Part 2 isn't an in-name-only sequel. The lead character of the film is Courtney, the younger sister from the original, here played by Crystal Bernard, most famously known for playing Helen Chapel on Wings. So it's like they gave someone the gist of Part 1, and then when they went to go rent it for reference, they accidentally rented A Nightmare on Elm Street and Eddie and the Cruisers! What can I expect when the movie is presented to us by a terrible airport sequel? Ew, severed leg, gross. The opening is brought to us in glorious silk stockings vision. But you know what they say, where there's cocks, there's Cummins. I think the cinematographer is a little too obsessed with the actress's nap time. This plotline is so far-fetched, Crystal Bernard is already trying not to laugh. That is, while she's dreaming of shirtless men, Courtney is graduated from staring at a Playgirl magazine. And oh yeah, there was that whole escaped serial killer thing. Her older sister Valerie's absence is explained by her being in a mental institution. I guess the other girls are fine, they're never mentioned. But now we know that Valerie and Courtney do have at least one parent. Sorry, Courtney, the rest of breakfast has been ironed onto the wall. No mention of the other survivors in the newspaper either, where it took 3 people to write an article on the same topic on the same page. Probably because the articles are complete gibberish. At one point, Levin's brain jumped out of his skull and onto his chest? When the fuck did that happen? There, put it under your mattress. You can masturbate to it later. Mom's not used to seeing her daughter look way more age-appropriate than in the original. That's weird. There's usually a bar of soap or a chocolate bar in this spot. Well, it's off to school.
What were you looking at?
A dead bird.
Ugh. You are so weird sometimes.
Hey, give her a break. She usually bites the head off of it whenever she sees it. Rock and roll! Speaking of rock and roll...
I wanna be your Tokyo convertible. I wanna have fun with you.
I want to be a Tokyo convertible too, mainly so I can drive myself off a cliff. Courtney has a crush on the handsome Matt. I can tell you right away that he's no Ben Tramer.
Hi, Matt.
Hi! The girls are part of an all-girl rock group, probably called Banana Ramrod. I bet they're amazing. See, they impress every 35-year-old in the neighborhood. Courtney is way better at playing the hoop earrings than the guitar. Matt is extremely turned on by girls who dress like a package of sweet tarts. She invites Matt to their weekend slumber party at Sheila's dad's empty condo. Don't know who Sheila is? I don't care. But I do care about how creepy Matt is.
Are her parents gonna be there?
No.
Bad girl.
Spanking fetish, anyone? Alright, maybe I'm making him out to seem more creepy than he is.
You must be thinking of some other girls.
No. I'm thinking of you.
Disinvite! Disinvite! The character suddenly having a southern accent in the sequel is really paying off for her. Courtney has to ask her mom about the weekend, and there's more looking at the camera in this film than in a Jonathan Demme movie. What I'm trying to say is that this movie is exactly like Philadelphia. Unfortunately, this is the weekend they see Valerie in the insane asylum. On alternate weekends, they see Christy from Hellraiser 2. So Courtney's gonna turn on the waterworks.
It's Sunday's my birthday, and I don't want to go to a mental hospital.
Why? The mental hospital has the best clowns! Who wouldn't rather hang out with a dude who lives in Bonetti's apartment? Why do I have a feeling this place smells like oil and illegal photographs? Still not as bad as the nightmares. Damn, she woke up right after the hand job. Valerie looks to need a bit of shock treatment. She's dancing like a real live wire. Valerie has been recast as well. Here she's played by Martha Rose from the Waltons, and she has a stern message for Courtney.
Don't go all the way.
Oh, someone's been watching way too much of The Myth of Safe Sex by James Dobson. Why do I own this? God damn it, Goodwill Movie Shopping! This is the deleted scene where the ghost of Kyle Reese tells her to protect their son, and then kills her. Never mind that, they hop in the old family truckster and they're off to the slumber party. I found out long ago. This is the far superior Vacation reboot. Significantly less shit jokes. These girls are the bee's knees.
It's gonna be so fun! Woo! So fun!
Your simultaneous laughter is creepy. Did you also come from the mental ward? That would explain your fucked up dreams. Oh, I forgot. The full title of this movie is Slumber Party Massacre 2, Fire Walk With Me. And now they go shopping for rape vans? Why the hell are they doing that? You park next to a van like that, you just gotta expect that some weird vision is gonna pop up at you. At their destination, I see the set decorator has the easiest job on the planet. Look at her room from earlier. Just throw some magazines on the shelf. That's all a teen girl really needs. That and booze.
Some people have wine cellars. My dad has a booze closet.
Yeah, it's where he keeps all his shit that's clearly not booze. It's mainly full of stuff that make it look like the girls are blowing someone. Say, Rock and Roll High School is on. Makes sense since this movie's from the writer of Rock and Roll High School forever. Never thought I'd say this, but when is the hot chunk of man meat gonna show up?
You think they'll be pissed at us for coming early?
Nah, it happens to the best of us. The guys are interrupting the girls grinding onto a lamp and trying out for the latest Robert Palmer video. You all fail. And you're wasting booze. Someone's gotta change her diapers. Now they know who has a nudity clause and who doesn't. So many sexy allergies.
I didn't know girls really did this stuff.
Well, they do. This is a documentary. And clearly this means go inside.
Oh, TJ, you ass!
It wasn't funny, Jeff. You really scared us.
Hey, we thought it was hilarious.
It's so funny. You can stop assaulting them now. Successful slumber party. They're asleep and listening to other people have sex.
Do they always make that much noise?
Only when they play hide the guitar pick. It's a really easy game because it's always up his ass. You could dream about Matt, but be careful. He could turn into Andrew Dice Clay at any minute.
Hey, baby! Love the one you win. You win.
I as well wake up in the kitchen whenever I dream of Stephen Still's lyrics. Now we know what he was having sex with last night. Can I just say that TJ is less appealing than the killer?
I mean, they looked to me like they were into it last night. Didn't it look that way to you? Didn't it?
If the second half of this movie has the doll going all I spit on your grave on TJ, it would be the only thing in this movie that makes sense. It's okay, he's like this with the human characters too.
Heal this thy poor lamb in her hour of
TJ.
need.
TJ,
Satisfy
calm down.
this wench.
TJ, stop it.
Give her what
TJ.
she knows she wants.
I need to come up with new ways of really clarifying that I want to cut this guy's dick off. When drowning and dreaming of a Hard Rock Cafe is a better alternative than listening to TJ.
Sorry about that. How's your headache?
I wish you were a character in Miss 45. You'd be killed off a lot quicker. Look, you even caused the blow-up doll to drown herself. Suddenly, I want this guy to be eaten by a shark. I don't know why. I just have sharks on my mind. And now the secret to the McRib. Still delicious! No time for finger sandwiches, though. The monster a-go-go's are practicing again.
There's no time to stop.
not the same when they're not playing inside of a mall. At least then I can get a replacement for the blow-up doll at a Spencer Gifts. Maybe that's also where they got this fancy erotica.
Heathcliff lay still, his passion spent.
No more outdated than the time Heathcliff fought the Siamese twins. And when are we gonna have something to top the amazing fridge gag from the first movie? Hey, look, we had a bird and we had a blood hose. Who would let those things go to waste? While they all attempt to blame these visions on a hangover, you gotta give the movie this. Unlike The Hangover 2, this isn't a shot-for-shot remake. The others are practicing their lyrics.
I want a lot of things that a money can't buy, but what I want most is a pie in the sky.
Sky vagina. That's a terrible visual. Here's more proof they're fans of A Nightmare on Elm Street, a bathtub scene. Or once again, they are watching James Dobson's The Myth of Safe Sex. Oh, that James! He's never pleased a woman! Who wouldn't expect Slumber Party Massacre 2 to be an obvious allegory for growing into womanhood and losing your virginity?
Hey, I know what you mean. The weirdest things are happening to my face. I mean, I have got the fastest growing zit I have ever had in my entire life.
Plus, it's a Clearasil ad.
Sally?
Okay, I get it. I'll start using lotion on my face. Plus, the movie is blatant Matt is dreamy propaganda. That's right, after meeting TJ, I no longer think Matt is creepy.
TJ, you didn't give her any of your drugs, did you?
Oh, TJ, you always be raping! This movie's interlacing has better qualities than TJ. Sally is missing and feared dead after the zit popping.
This is getting too stupid.
What do you know, even a broken date rapist is right once a day. Best get the cops involved.
I don't know what kind of drugs this one is on, and I don't care. Because I don't want to have to deal with her mother and father and the fancy lawyers.
You're a real credit to the force, sir. Will it take effort? Fuck it.
Come on, Kruger. Denny's is holding our booth.
Get it? Because there's a dream killer in the movie. Oh, sorry, he's credited as the Driller Killer. Clearly off of the original punk rock driller, Abel Ferrara. Makes more sense than if he was named after this driller. That driller penetrated no one, and it was a fucking porno! Alright, almost forgot it was Courtney's birthday.
I've already got my wish.
That the movie turns into 16 candles? Dong, where is my script going? Courtney doesn't listen to the warnings and decides to go all the way. It's Matt's first time being penetrated too. Her dream has an incredible special effects budget. Uh-oh. The second you go all the way, guitar penis symbolism will invade your real space. He's like an STD, only he does way more than follow you. He'll spread his rock virus to all your friends. It's the 80s, when people thought you could catch any STD by simply sharing the same phone. In this movie, they have the right idea of making a run for it and not splitting up. Wow, that's shockingly realistic. Thanks, movie. Just kidding, it is a slasher film after all. The only suspense in this scene is waiting for the satisfaction of seeing TJ murdered. Could have used a lot more anal drilling, but I guess he's gone. Yet somehow I feel underwhelmed. Good work, girls. Try the police again.
No, Officer Kruger!
Kruger is not gonna stop the Dream Man from killing you. Boy, horror fans sure got mad at this second entry for having its killer escape the dream world, but I, for one, preferred it when he wasn't constantly cracking jokes.
Now it's time for the fun part.
Drinking and drilling, I see no fun coming of that. That's a horrible combination.
I love to jam it to the floor, let me twice pipes roll.
Okay, I guess he was right. It is time for the fun part! He's murdering the girls by completely showing them up. He's a way better performer than they are. This is the downside of wishing Aha out of your comic book. He may be the comic book villain. Finally, a horror film that Jeff from Rocket's Your Decision would approve of. This is when Carmen went totally crazy and didn't even need a saloon of demons to kill people with his song. This is getting far-fetched. Here's Johnny Rotten. He wears his sunglasses at night. Don't mess around with a guy in shades, or he'll chase you onto the roof and kill you. What? Don't get mad at me. The killer also only speaks in song lyrics.
I can't get no satisfaction.
That's the Stone song you went with? Funny, considering how this rampage you're on seems to be the result of cocksucker blues. Careful, girls, here comes your 19th nervous breakdown. He's got a thing for honky-tonk women. Come on, girls, it's only rock and roll. He doesn't want to be your beast of burden. Show some sympathy for the devil. Start me up. Brown sugar, Angie. And worse yet, he's a filthy smoker. Good, another slasher character who dies from falling 10 feet. I am so lost. In case you forgot what happens in this 75-minute movie. Watch where you're going. Across the street, they're filming the Lethal Weapon 3 climax. Better wrap this up.
Oh, come on, baby. Light my fire.
Damn, if only he said, "Hello, I love you, won't you tell me your name?" The movie would have just ended with an introduction. Oh, it was a dream. What a shock. Best go to the next room to see if Nancy's mom is still alive. But was it a dream? Could be worse. She could have ended up in bed with TJ. Oh, god damn it. Slow down, Inception. And this is why you wait until after listening to Prince's Purple Rain album to have sex. Snooty critics like me always think that slasher films promote abstinence by punishing those who have sex. It's so weird to see a slasher film that actually does that. Could I be reading too much into this movie? Well, the movie's writer and director, Deborah Brock, did also produce The Subtlety of a Vincent Gallo movie and a Brian Bosworth film that just straight up calls him one tough bastard. I should keep this review simple, like Rotten Tomatoes, which says this movie is uninterested in scaring its audience. What was your first fucking clue? This just in, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, not interested in being a kid's film. Well, this series has stopped at least 2 driller killers, so of course there's a fucking third movie. But we're gonna do a little something different next week by making it a viewer's choice episode. With the release of Independence Day Resurgence, if you go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/thecinemasnob, $2 or more subscribers can vote on whether they want to see a snob episode on Independence Day-zaster, because that's a fucking word, the porno spoof In Rear-Endance Day, that one, however, totally a word, or the early 80s romance film that just happens to also be called Independence Day. Whichever one wins, I fucking lose!
You in the mood yet?
Not now.